What's going on, guys? You're checking out QGen HQ. I am your host, Chris. So in today's video, we are doing the long-awaited keyboard review. I told you guys a couple months ago that I was in the market to purchase a brand new gaming keyboard, a mechanical keyboard. I also told you guys that I wanted a 60% board. For those of you who do not know, it's just a smaller keyboard. Now, I took a while to decide on which keyboard I wanted, and I ended up going with the very popular Vortex Pok3r keyboard. I'm sure you guys have seen this keyboard everywhere. It's a very, very, popular keyboard. It's absolutely awesome. But I didn't want to go ahead and purchase it and do a review right away. I wanted to really take my time, give myself a month or two of use so I could really figure out what I like and what I do not like about the keyboard, and I finally came to terms with everything. Overall, I can tell you right now, I'm very happy with the keyboard. So we're going to go ahead and review it, talk about it, check it out, and then you guys can let me know down below in the comments whether you guys like it, if this video helped you out, or if you guys want to purchase this keyboard yourself. All right, guys, let's get into it. So first things first, guys, when you first see this keyboard, you are automatically drawn in by this minimalistic look that's got no bezel around the edges. It's almost like the keys are floating there, and that is what I really want to see on my desk. I like, minimalistic, clean cut. That is what I want, and that is what you get with the Vortex Pok3r. Now, this is an upgrade from the Pok3r. It has that full aluminum base bottom, so it has some weight to it. It is a sturdy keyboard. It is not made of plastic. The keycaps are the double shot ABS keycaps, as this is the RGB version. If you don't go with the RGB version, you'll go with the regular printed PBT keycaps. Now, the functionality keys are all here on the sides. You can see your layers, your arrows. The only thing I can say that I miss on a full functional keyboard is the quick use of my arrow keys. It took some, getting used to by hitting that extra function button to go ahead and use them. But with, time, you do get used to it, as in everything else in life. On the back, you have your slot for your micro USB cable, and that cable is included with the purchase. You guys can see the way that the keyboard is actually designed. It's on an angle. Now, it's not too crazy, but the way it is designed is perfect for your wrist. You're not going to be, stretching your wrist out, having any pain. On the back, you have your 4 regular grips that's attached to the bottom of the aluminum base, and this keyboard has got weight to it, so it's not going to go anywhere. So let's talk about the colors, this being the RGB keyboard. So your 1, 2, and 3 will be your basic colors, and you can hold down the menu button to go through them. You can mesh them together to change different colors. It's really, really easy to do. Obviously, just trial and error, and you'll play with it, and you'll find the color scheme that you might like. Now, what's really, really cool about this, keyboard being RGB is there's a ton of different patterns that you could do here. Here's like that rainbow effect. You could lower the brightness. You could jack the brightness all the way up to the point where you can't even really see it, which is pointless, but just showing you how, easy it is to basically use this keyboard. So my favorite one when it comes to the RGB is the next layer here, and that is kind of like a scatter shot of the colors. Really, really cool looking. Personally, is that something that I'm going to keep it on and use? No, I kind of like the one solid color. It depends on the scheme I'm going with. Like right now, my keyboard setup is basically black and white. That's the way I like it. But you can see here, you could change different colors by tapping, and it'll go through the actual rainbow effect. That's really cool. Next up, you have the, I guess you could say it's kind of like the scatter shot. It goes in a bit of a circle around whatever key that you hit, and you can go through the colors, or you could have it automatically set to do the RGB rainbow effect. Next up, you have the one that is kind of left and right, like a faster shot. Pretty cool. I mean, it really comes down to what you guys want, but this keyboard is super, super programmable. I mean, you guys can even pop out the keys on this and put your own different key set on here. Change the keys. It's awesome. I mean, for $140 that I paid for this keyboard, the functionality is absolutely amazing. Here you can see this is when you tap the actual line, the whole line will light up. Pretty cool. Obviously, you go vice versa. You go through the colors. They'll all change, like I said, automatically, or you could just set it to a certain color. That's all up to you. What's really, really cool is obviously you want to save these layers. You don't want to sit there and just keep hitting this button to change it. You could actually hit the menu and you hit either the equal or the plus sign, and that will go towards the layer that you saved. Here's one I have with solid green, and then this one is just the escape key being green with my WASD lit up. That's what I use to run and stuff like that when you're playing basically any kind of shooter. But, I don't really use this that often, but it's something that you could use. I like how it's easily saved. There's no program that you have to download either. It's saved right here to the actual keyboard. You're not going to go ahead and download some program and mess with the colors that way like Razer does and things like that. So the reason why I really went with the RGB is because I'm always changing my desk setup, right? I'm always going through different colors. Like right now, my desk setup scheme is black and white, like I stated earlier. And what really, really bothers me is I have a Razer mouse, which only glows blue, okay? Now, back in the day, that didn't bother me, but now it glows blue, and that's the only thing I cannot change. So I have to go out now and make that purchase because it's annoying me. I don't want this blue mouse here where everything else is black and white. I know it's kind of ridiculous, but it's just how I am. I just kind of have everything matching. Otherwise, it bothers me. I can't sleep at night, all right? So next up, guys, is going to be the sound test. Now, when making my purchase, I was in a rush. I went ahead and purchased the only one that was available. At the time, it was the Cherry MX Blues, which are a very loud keycap. Now, I love the way it sounds, but with this microphone, it really picks it up. If I can go back in time, I would have probably went with something like the Browns or the Reds. Let's check out how loud that is now. So that is your review of the Vortex Pok3r keyboard. Most importantly, I want to hear what your thoughts and your feedback is on this keyboard. Do you guys think I made the right purchase? Is there a keyboard that you would have rather seen me go with? What do you guys own? What is your favorite keyboard on the market right now? What do you think of the $140 price that I paid for it? Do you think it's worth it or not? Don't worry, you will not hurt my feelings. Nothing on this channel is absolutely permanent. I'm always changing my stuff around. Actually, this entire setup is probably going to be changed within the next couple of weeks. So it's a little project I'm going to be working on. It should be a lot of fun. Do not forget to share this video with your friends, like it if you did like it, and subscribe. That helps me out a ton. And most importantly, do not forget, you guys are awesome.